Welcome back, everybody. This is Aesop Grimm, and we're continuing our EvE Online Chronicle. I am fresh back from recording 5 episodes in Elite Dangerous, and I was having a lot of fun, but I'm excited. I'm excited to get back into this one. I've been waiting for it. So, let's see. Let's bring up EveMon because we've got skills that we need to load up. We're going to have a ding here. It's working again, by the way, because I updated it. So this is I'm not getting any false alarms. It's just simply telling me, hey, you have less than a day of skills queued up and you're in alpha, so you might want to fix that. So let's go to plans, open up Lincoln's Gnosis. And I think this is what I'm training right now. So tactical shield manipulation is next. Let's get into the game. Tactical shield to level 3. And that's the only one I should be able to open up. Yep, so we're at a day and 15 hours now. All right, we're at 50,000 unallocated skill points, so that's good. We're counting those up. We're saving those. X. Get back into the game. You know what? I need to use my new pause feature because I need to go get my phone, which acts as my alarm, so I'll be right back. All right, that pause recording feature is nice. Let me get things situated here. There we go. All right, and I'm starting that countdown timer now, so we got 30 minutes. And get back into game. So we loaded up skills. Let's take a look at what kind of progress we've made. Drones level 3, so we can control up to 3 drones now. Light drone operation level 3. Can I right click this? Turn off history visibility. No, that's not what I want to do. Can I? Now we'll take a look at that. Skill training complete. Light missiles 3. Heavy missiles 1. Weapon upgrades 3. Okay. Oh, it comes up here. Show oh, that's nice. Okay, so show info. Knowledge of gunnery computer systems, including the use of weapon upgrade modules, 5% reduction per skill level in the CPU needs for weapon turrets, launchers, and smart bombs. Light drone operation, 5% bonus to the damage of light drones per level. Missile launcher, 2% bonus to missile launcher rate of fire. Okay, light drone operation. And then this is I'm sure this is probably going to be damage, 5% bonus to light missile damage, and then same thing with heavy missiles. 5% bonus to heavy missile damage. Okay, so I like to look at those because it gives me an idea of what my guy is learning. And sort of helps me appreciate his advancement so far. Alrighty then, we are ready to go. We're here to talk to the Caldari agent. That's right. The last episode, I think I was talking about being skeptical and how, like, I don't know that last lady. I don't know her well enough to accept this kind of a job. Remember, she wanted to hide cryptographic information on our vessels so that if we got caught by Caldari Navy or Galente Navy, we wouldn't get smoked. And it's like, you know, really? So that we can bring this to your friend? It seemed really sketchy to me, but here we are. All right, passive observation. We've been dealing with the same drone corruption described by Zerazier. We've managed to contain the contaminated ones inside a dead space pocket, but that is only a temporary solution. I need you to scout out the situation personally. I've been trying to get updates from my colleague in the field, but apparently she is having trouble getting clearance for outside communication. Fly over there and make sure the drones are still adequately contained. If they aren't, report back to me. Do not enter into any confrontations with security forces attempting to contain the drones. Am I clear? Yes, you are. Okay, so we're just going for observation. Warp to location.
Warp drive active.
You know, I was talking to you guys about how these things make me think of scale models, like tabletop figures and stuff. And right before jumping back in here, I came across this video on YouTube where this dude was making a World War II submarine, and he had it enmeshed. Let's see, we gotta approach this. He enmeshed it in some styrofoam, some thick styrofoam, that he then used an airbrush and he used foil. He glued crumpled up foil to it and then used several different colors of paint to spray paint this thing. I don't remember what they're called. Air spray? Yeah, air spray this thing to make it look like stormy ocean seas. And then he used this like heavy gloss. It looked like glue to me. It looked like Elmer's glue, but it wasn't. It was like gloss, epoxy stuff. And the thing is that whenever that dried, it had sort of a, depending on how thick it was, it could be white or it could be sort of translucent. Arriving out of warp, it becomes immediately clear that whoever is handling security has little idea how to fight drones. Battleships patrol on the fringe of the swarm, seemingly oblivious to just how vulnerable they are without proper support from smaller vessels. All right, we'll dock. So it could look like seafoam spray, or it could look kind of translucent, you know. And he was able to manipulate this thing to create an entire scene of this submarine that was not submerged. It was traveling on the water, but it was going through stormy seas, so the waves were washing over the deck in some spots. And it sure did. It was impressive, man. And he painted the submarine so that it had rust spots on it.
Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted.
And it was just really cool. That's the kind of detail I'm talking about with these ships, too, is that they're very finely detailed. Start conversation. See, look at the red at the end of the afterburners there. Complete mission. Alright, then it's as I feared. Thank you for the report, Lincoln Graham. I'll need you again in just a moment if you're still free to work. Request mission. The situation has gotten complicated. That current security deployment won't last long against those drones. The local commander, Vitamala, seems happy to just to contain the drones, but that only buys the drones more time to escape or supplement their numbers. I need to know more about the commander and why he doesn't seem to know what he's doing. I have a friend named Nachi Karuda working for the House of Records who should have those answers. Fly over to the archives facility where she works and return to me with anything that might offer some explanations. It isn't glamorous work, but it needs to be done if we want to make informed decisions about how to proceed. Okay, so we're going to go pick that up. Set destination. Undock.
Warp drive active.
Where are we at in this mission? Agents and Mission, Epic Arcs. Chapter 3 of 7. Or, yeah. Okay, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4 more missions left in this chapter. Hopefully we can knock all of that out in one episode.
Warp drive active.
Once we get into a cruiser, we'll probably start aiming for these knocking off these mastery plants. But I don't really want to do that until I'm in a cruiser, the battle cruiser. And eventually we may move to a battleship. I haven't decided. But if I move to a battleship, that is almost absolutely guaranteed to be another Chronicle. And so if I find out that I've run out of skill points for that, I'll probably just do another character. I've already made another one. I have a Minmatar placeholder. But that's all down the road. Right now on this channel, all I'm doing is working on Chronicle 1s. I have a number of games I want to work through. And so getting to Chronicle 2 on any of these games is going to be, I think, a little bit.
Warp drive active.
Probably the closest thing I have to being a second Chronicle is playing. I have a Chronicle in XCOM 1, a Chronicle in XCOM 2 Tactical Legacy Pack, and an upcoming Chronicle, I hope, in XCOM 2. I'm going to try and film it. I'm a little bit nervous about the mods that I have in there because they make the game hard, and I'm not necessarily very good at the game.
Docking permission requested.
But we'll see how it goes. I'm not terrible at the game. I don't play on the highest difficulty or anything. Okay, we should have documents in our item hanger. And let's see. Let's drop these into item hanger. I'll keep that hobgoblin. 100mm crystalline. During burst jammer. Omni tracking link. I might want to keep that. Oh, no, that would be for down the road. I can sell that for now. 5MN enduring micro warp drive. I might want to keep that, though. Item hanger. Okay. Sell all these items. Oh, some of it won't. Remove that. Sell. Yes. Okay. And then these we can reprocess. Sell that stuff. That puts us at 14.1 million ISK. That's ironic because before buying the aspects, that's about where I was at. And in Elite Dangerous.
Warp drive active.
so far I've pretty thoroughly enjoyed playing these two games together. In some ways, they feel like playing the same. I've said this before. I'm sure I have. They feel like playing the same game from different perspectives, or like different aspects of the same world. Two jumps out. The next time we kill an NPC, we're going to get another 10,000 skill points. I wonder if that skilling spree is a permanent fixture to EvE. That would be nice, because you're going to need them after you hit that 5 million cap. If you can't Omega your account, Plex your account. But I think you probably should be able to. I think you should. If I can't Plex it at 5 million skill points, it's just because there's some things I haven't learned. You should absolutely be able to Plex an account at 5 million skill points. That's the impression I get from the stuff that I have researched. Mind you, this is coming from someone who's never Plexed an account, so kind of like, what do I know? But I have watched some videos and kind of tried to learn how to do it, and it sure seems to me like the things that I've seen, if you can't do it with 5 million skill points, you can't do it. So just keep digging and keep learning, because it's there. It's just your knowledge base isn't there. That would be my assessment. And we can dock.
Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted.
Okay, start conversation. Try it again. Complete that mission. Alright. This says that Vitamala got to his position thanks to family connections. Bad news for us. Yes, indeed. The situation we have is a delicate one. We can't go after Vitamala directly, even though he doesn't really have a clue about what he's doing. He's too well connected to displace without good reason. Now see, this is what I was thinking. If you can remember the backdrop for our character, he didn't necessarily buy into all the propaganda for the Caldari state because maybe he'd seen some people get some improper benefits for improper reasons, right? Things like that. That goes against what the state says. The state is it's a utilitarian state. It says your primary purpose and the place where your value is found as a human being. And I completely disavow this. I reject this philosophy 100%, but this is a real philosophy within the world. Some people believe this. They don't write it down like this, but you can look at how their culture functions and you can see this is what they're saying. Your value as a human being is found in your value to the state, your role, your position. What use are you to those around you, and especially to, I guess, the structure that you live within, most typically a nation state, right? And that is what determines your value as a human being. If you're not very good at that, then you're a drag on us. And this is where things like, I don't want to get too deep into it, but someone who, this has happened in history, someone who has like, is a handicap, especially if it's someone who has like a mental handicap, but any kind of handicap, whether you're in a wheelchair or whether you were born with Down syndrome, for example. Well, that person can't produce like they once did. And so they become a drag and a burden on society. Ergo, we do not have the resources to take care of you. You have served your purpose. Now it's time for you to go away. Like, leave the table of life. You don't exist anymore. We are going to usher you into whatever comes in the hereafter, right? That kind of a thing. Or when you get to a point where you have, there are some, I've been in countries like this. There are some countries where the way that the medical system works, they just don't have enough. They can't afford it. They don't have enough money to take care of the population that produces and also take care of, say, the elderly. And so the elderly find themselves waiting in longer and longer lines when they need something, even if it's a life-threatening thing, like they need a kidney transplant. Yeah, but you're 73 and we can't afford it. So what we need to do is we need to give the kidney transplant to the 26-year-old that's in front of you, because that person is still working and producing and donating the taxpayer dollars. See, that's how this kind of works. Okay, that is what the Caldari state is promoting, is that be useful, work hard, study hard, be the best you can be. And if you're not, we have no use for you. And therefore, what is your value as a human being? But we see right here that they contradict themselves. And this is how it always goes, because this is human nature. He's too well connected to displace without good reason. The dude's a bum. He doesn't know what he's doing. So where is his meritocracy? What is he contributing to the state? How is he fulfilling his role? He's not. He's failing in his role, but he's too well connected to displace without good reason. I'd expect this sort of thing, and right here, see, I'd expect this sort of thing from the Galente, but not in the state. Why not? Because everything that they preach is about meritocracy. You're either good at what you do or you're a drag on the rest of us. And so you better measure up, right? But you see, it doesn't actually work that way. So this is the propaganda. A man achieves rank because of his hard work and dedication, not because his father has friends in the bureaucracy. Yeah, in a perfect world, but you cannot stop this kind of thing. This has been in existence since the dawn of time. This happens. This happens, right? Someone else can help with this situation, a true warrior and dutiful servant of the state. The first difficulty is in freeing up his schedule. If you can handle that part, I can deal with the paperwork for his reassignment. He's currently on deployment in a nearby system, busy dealing with a mercenary force we believe to be funded by Garista's pirates. If you can take out all of the Garista ships, then I can arrange to have him reassigned to the drone problem. All right. Now, I realize that by going into all that, I may not be able to complete all these missions like I wanted to in this episode. But it is more important to me to flesh those kinds of things out, because in my opinion, guys, when you get the story inputs that you're given, and then you think about them a little bit, and you go beyond what the story's telling you, you think about the implications, you can understand how your guy is fitting into a functioning world that's believable. And that's what makes a backstory for you. That's what makes this world come alive, and it's more than just achieving this. do this for that. That's what makes things turn into a grind. That's what gets boring, in my opinion, right? Some people are actually very well attuned to that, and I'm not knocking them if they are. You know, different people are different ways. But for me, I prefer to have a good story happening. Let's rotate around this. And in order to do that, I have to slow down and think about what's going on and how does this guy fit into that? Where's the drama at? And how does our dude feel given his circumstances? And you'll kind of see that's a common theme on my channel. I try to do that whenever I can. I'm not always the best at it, but it's a goal. A new skill. Okay, we got those skill points, right? Because we killed an NPC. There we go. Down he goes. Okay. So we got Rex. Let's go get this. And we accomplished our mission as well. Let's refill our guns. We took down all these pirates. Activate our afterburner. We got about 5 minutes left. Bring up the agency. We have 3 missions left, so yeah, almost guaranteed we're not going to close this out. Alright, dock.
Warp drive active.
So hopefully, you guys find that at least somewhat entertaining. This is what I do, you know, and it's what makes games fun for me, and I gotta believe I'm not the only person in the world who's kind of into that.
Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted.
Okay. Start conversation, complete mission. An economy under threat. I'm pleased to inform you that everything went smoothly with the transfer. One of the first things our new commander did was to request frigate and cruiser backup for his fleet. They should be capable of defending themselves if the drones try to fight their way out. And you guys know why that is, right? The drones are small fighters. Battleship guns are going to track too slowly, and so the drones would just tear them apart over a period of time while not getting shot. That's why they need frigates and cruisers to come in and help. Vitamala, he wasn't coordinating with the Navy's Emergency Logistics Division. There's a colony nearby that missed a shipment of farming supplies thanks to the chaos caused by these drones. If we don't make the delivery ourselves, then we risk their entire agricultural economy. Once you take these goods over to our fleet, they will deal with the rest. We can finally turn our focus towards the underlying cause of all these problems. You will need at least 150 cubic meters of cargo space. Okay. Wrong button. Go to item hangar. Get that. Undock. Close. X out of this. X out of this. And warp to location.
Warp drive active.
Deactivate acceleration.
Warp drive active.
Go over to, is it going to be travel or will it be in combat? I think it'll probably show up in combat. The combat tab of Pocket's DK thingamajig. The Caldari forces look far better prepared this time around. Anti-support frigates and cruisers flank their larger allies, standing ready and able to deal with any smaller hostiles that come their way. If these drones try to escape, the faster and more agile ones won't slip past the amassed fleet so easily now. Okay, so what am I looking for? Storage warehouse. How far out? 16 kilometers. Activate our afterburner. Deactivate the afterburner. Okay, go to here, drop the farming supplies into the warehouse, and we can dock.
Warp drive active.
We got 2 more left after this one. There's the timer. I think I'm going to extend the episode. That might be a mistake because I don't know how hard these are. But I'm going to try and complete this chapter.
Docking request accepted.
Start conversation, complete mission. Yes, I just received word from the colony. They should be able to stick to their production schedule, which is great news. Thank you, Lincoln Grimm. You've done the Caldari people a great service today. If you need any further help with your drone's investigation, just say the word. Normally, the local security forces would want to handle this drone threat themselves. But we're willing to contract the job out to a capsuleer. You'll have to go in alone while our fleet holds the line. I suggest you take some friends into the fight. The drones have been growing in number as more are corrupted and somehow find their way to the swarm. Once you neutralize the threat, you should search the wreckage for something that will help your investigation. All right. Warp to location.
Warp drive active.
2 things that I find immensely helpful in the recording process is the pause recording that OBS added, although I haven't had to use it very often, but when I need it, it's nice. And the mute button on my headset. So if I have to sneeze or something like that, I can mute.
Warp drive active.
Alright, Cormorant in combat again. Oh, we're gonna have to take all of these down? That is a lot. Let's go by distance. Alright, approach. Do I not have missiles? Might be out of missiles. Yeah, I am. Alright, so I'm going to want to orbit this. I don't think I have to handle these. The Caldari Navy's got them blocked up. guess I should activate my afterburner. What a neat looking ship. I've said this before also, but I do like the military functional look that Caldari ships have. Well, they're targeting me. Once they start moving towards me, they'll move fast. Which they might be moving towards me now. Oh, there we go. I didn't have that sorted right. Okay, send a missile after that one and all 3 guns. Or gun combinations. I'm going to take the afterburner off because I'm going to want to use that for shield boosting. Okay. We need more targets. Yeah, when you see them get one shot, that's that alpha strike. Remember, whenever you look at your DPS, you have another number there called alpha strike. And that's what that's about. How much damage do you do with one salvo from all your weapons? Oh wow, that was a pretty good hit. We're not taking much damage at all. See, that was an alpha strike with my guns. That was another one. Another one. Wow, we're hitting pretty good with our guns. Our aim is nice. Okay, nice flying, pilot. That's the last of the drones taken care of. Oh, wait. Control space to stop the ship. Feel free to inspect the wreckage if you like, but I just received an official transmission for you from the Sisters of EvE. Looks like they've got a new lead for you to chase up anyways. Okay, Rex. Yeah, okay, there's nothing. Doc. I thought he said that we would find something. But, it turns out this part right here, Sisters of EvE are calling on us. We need to get back home. Or home station, you know. We actually are closer to home right now because we're in Caldari space when it comes to where we grew up. But home station.
Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted.
I need to get some more light missiles. Start conversation. Complete that mission. Thank you for taking care of that drone problem. A capsuleer like you may not consider it a big achievement, but trust me, you've done what few others could. You clearly have a great future ahead of you. I hope you continue to use that talent to do good things, either within the state or elsewhere. Okay. I've just been contacted by Sister Alatura. She wants you to get back in touch with her right away. Here, take this transponder beacon with you, and when you... transponder beacon? So that you can trace me when you leave. That way I can know you've arrived safely. Oh, this sounds like such a setup, man. I don't know you, dude. Why are you that concerned about my welfare? This sounds like a setup. Alright, we have to make a trip here. So that's the end of this episode. We're going to hit accept. We got to load this transponder beacon. Well, I guess he's already put it in. Okay. So off screen, I'm going to make the trip back. It's 7 jumps away. And in the next episode, we will open up back in Arnon 9 or whatever it is. That's not what I was looking for. There it is, yeah. So, and that'll be the close of chapter, 3? Yep. So next episode, we're going to begin chapter 4. Looks like we might have to do this in 2 parts. But that'll close out chapter 3. Again, I am Aesop Grimm. Thank you for coming by the channel. I'll see you in the next episode where this story continues. Thanks for visiting Aesop Grimm's Chronicles. If you've made it this far in the video, please consider rating, commenting, subscribing, and sharing. I hope to see you in the next episode, and until then, stay shiny.